I did it. Oh, welcome everybody. Such a gorgeous morning. I really love this weather. It's my favorite kind of weather. So I'm going to have you start on your back. So go ahead and lay down like you're in Shavasana and just do a big stretch. Ugh. And then bring your hands on your belly and just kind of soften your belly so you can feel around, poke your guts a little bit, and just think I'm going to totally soften the belly. And then just keeping your hands there, just notice your breath. Notice how your belly moves with your breath. So this area right here is known as where your strength and resolve resides, right in the guts, right in your belly. Sometimes we don't give ourselves enough credit. We don't feel like we're strong enough to handle things. So sometimes if you turn to this spot and just notice it, focus on it, we can find our strength, our willpower. May we all feel like we're strong enough to handle anything that comes our way. We have that strength, especially if we focus on what truly matters and not get into our head so much. Now just bend your knees, bring your feet flat, and kind of, can you feel your hip bones right there, that edge of your pelvis? And right to the inside of that, just bring your fingertips and then give a little fake cough. Feel those muscles that engage. Now see if you can do that without coughing. Just engage them and feel how strong they are right there. That's what we're going to work on today. We're going to do some core strengtheners. So just bring your legs up to tabletop, flex your feet, and see if you can feel how that engages some of those muscles. Now, I want you to not press your low back down here yet. We're going to do that, but keep a nice neutral spine, but see if you can engage those muscles and you'll feel the muscles in your back. So keep a nice long spine. Bring your hands to your thighs, push away and up, and just keep that strength going there. Feels like you're squeezing, got a girdle on. You're lengthening through the top of your head and you're breathing. You're not doing it so hard that you can't breathe. One more breath. And then just hug your knees in. Feel like you're in child's pose, but laying down. And then we're going to do that one more time. So setting up, keep a neutral spine. Bring both hands this time to your right thigh and press away and up. Flex your feet. You can just flex the right foot if you want, and you're going to extend the left leg long, just kind of to a spot where you feel like you can still hold it and breathe. You'll feel it more in one side than the other. Remembering those abdominal muscles. Good. Now bend your left knee, switch your hands to that thigh, and extend your right leg. Try to stay focused on the core, lengthening, breathing. One more breath. And bend the right leg and hug the knees in again. You can just kind of roll side to side for a little bit, bringing the knees side to side, just kind of softening up those muscles again. And then we're going to do one more thing here. So bring your legs back to tabletop, flex the feet, bring your hands kind of by your thighs, just kind of fingers forward towards your feet. And now this is where I want you to press your lower back down. So you're going to lift your head and your shoulders and really draw the belly button towards the spine and lift there and hold and breathe. Keep that crunch going in your core, and then let your right toes come down to the floor and back up. And then your left toes down, touch down, back up. And just keep going like that. Don't forget about your core. One more each side. Really crunch that belly button down and relax in. This time, bring the soles of your feet together. Let your knees open. I'm just going to stretch my arms up over my head because that feels good. Lengthen out those core muscles again. And then bringing your knees together, roll to your side and come on up to transition to all fours position. If you want to take off a layer, you can. And for those of you that are already in all fours, just start into some cow and cat. You'll feel those muscles stretch back out. You're in cow. Just feel those abdominals lengthening. And when you're in cat, feel them crunching again. And then on your next cow, lift your right leg up so your knee's going to stay bent. And then when you round to cat, bring your knee towards your nose. Feel that crunch there. Maybe you have to point your toes. And just do that for 2 more rounds using that right leg. And then when you're done with that side, set the right knee down and come into cow with the left knee bent. Might feel different. Just notice round, tuck. 2 more times. Keep the hips square if you can. And bring the knee down and sit back on your heels if possible. I'm going to use a blanket, my on knees, and then stretch your arm forward. It doesn't matter which one. With your arms straight and your palm facing up, just kind of find your finger mounds and your fingers and stretch that down and stretch your wrist forward. Ooh, big stretch there. Good. And then let go, turn it over, fingers point down, just a little stretch. Again, you can, don't just crank on your fingers, but pull the whole hand back. And then switch to the other hand. Remember, get everything, stretch the wrist forward. And switch. And release. Come back forward to all fours. And we're going to do that vasisthasana prep. So just swivel your right foot to the side, extend your left leg, stretch your left arm up, and then stretch the arm by the ear just so you can feel some of those abdominals lengthening back out. And then come on down and we'll switch and do that on the other side. So left foot swivels, right foot long, right arm up, and stretch it over, palm facing down. And then find your way back down and go ahead and sit back to a child's pose. Keeping your arms lengthened long, you'll feel super long in those side muscles. And then come on back up to all fours. Keeping your toes curled under, making sure that your knees are hip distance apart. Wrists are under your shoulders. Spread the weight on your hands and think that abdominal bracing. I want to feel that with a neutral spine again. And then I'm just going to lift my knees up an inch or two and hold. Try and lengthen through the top of your head. Keep breathing. Feel those. See if you can feel with your, just in your body, those abdominal muscles working. Good, now stretch your right leg straight. Stretch your left leg straight, and you're in plank. Voila. And then slowly lower to the mat. And bring your hands forward and wide on fingertips. Press your feet down and just lift to a funky cobra, and then just kind of drop one shoulder and then the other, slithering around a bit in your funky cobra. Good, and then sliding your hands back, come into regular cobra, just kind of feeling it out, shoulder blades on the back. You'll feel your abdominals lengthening back out. And then lower down, curl your toes, push up and back to your first downward facing dog. Just walk your dog out a few rounds of breath. And then try this if you like it. I'm just going to have you pick your right foot up and bring the big toe on the outside of your Achilles and the rest of the toes on the inside and just kind of massage your Achilles there. And then switch. And unwind. And slowly walk your hands back to your feet and come to your first forward fold there. In with your hammies. And then slowly roll up. Thinking abdominals help me roll up one vertebra at a time, stacking till you come to standing. And then stretch your arms up, interlace your hands, just press the palms up and arc to your right. You feel again those abdominals lengthening out. Inhale, come back to center, and exhale to the left. And inhale back to center. Release your hands. Shift your weight to your right foot and lift when you feel strong. I want you to think of your abdominals as you lift the knee. And then just pause there. And then think, now I'm going to do a little crunch. Maybe hold on to that knee and hug it closer. Think really strong core. And then release the knee and bring it behind you. Touch down if you need to for a little quad stretch. And release the knee and come down. Whew, I was like jiggling all over the place. Try the other side. So find the core first. To lift the knee, think this is like abdominal bracing because you have that long core. And then that hugging in action to hug it closer. Belly button towards spine. And then release it. See if you can bring it behind you for quad stretch. And release it. Knee forward and down. Good. All right, now grab your blocks, bring them to the front of your mat by your feet. And then with a big inhale, reach up, feel that length in those strong core muscles, and then fold forward. Hands to the blocks. Step your left foot back to a deep lunge. Lower the back knee. Hug to the midline as you come up. Anjane Asana. Again, feel that hip flexor stretching out. Just to get into that a little bit more, grab your left wrist with your right hand, lengthen up, and then maybe arc to your right. So not forward, but to the right, just lengthening that out a little more. Good. Inhale, come back to center. touch down, but then slide your hips back to straighten the leg for runner's lunge. You can point and flex your toes a few times to feel a little deeper. And then bending back into the front knee, lift the back knee, step back, downward facing dog. And lower your knees and sit on your heels for a moment. Stretch out your feet and your knees. And then just bring your hands to the floor and switch to a malasana deep squat. And then a forward fold. And then walk your hands back out to the blocks. And extend your left leg and step that foot through to a deep lunge. Lower the back knee. Stretch up Anjane Asana. Keeping the hips square, keeping the base of your pose strong. Grab your right wrist with your left hand. Lengthen up and then maybe arc to your left. Keeping that left hip crease back. A big stretch on that hip flexor. One more breath. And coming back to center, touch down. Lift the back knee and step back, down dog. Now extend your right leg with an inhale. And I want you to think of that crunch action. So drawing the belly button towards the spine, bringing the knee towards your nose. And then inhale, stretch it back. Crunch again, bring the knee towards your left elbow. So your shoulders are above your wrist, good. Extend it back. And now knee towards right elbow. Crunch it, extend it. Inhale back and bring the right foot down. Let's do that on the other side. So inhale, left leg extends. Exhale, big crunch knee to nose. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to right elbow. Inhale, extend. Knee to left elbow. Inhale, extend. Good, bring the foot down and take a little child's pose. Feeling your core. As you breathe, feel an expansion all around that core. Softening the belly muscles. And now come back up to a downward facing dog on the blocks. Extend your right leg and think of that crunch as you come forward with that foot to a deep lunge. Good. Find a good solid base in your pose. Come up to crescent warrior. Extend your arms when you're ready. think of core helping you. So your legs kind of follow suit when you engage the core more. Grab your left hand with your left wrist with your right hand and maybe arc to your right a little bit. Core helps you. Come on back to center and please touch down. Step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, come to plank on the blocks. And exhale, back to downward dog. Inhale, extend your left leg. Exhale, use the crunch, step it through. Inhale, come up, crescent, warrior pose. Finding your right wrist with your left hand, arcing to your left. Next inhale, come back to center. And please touch down. Good. Inhale, step forward. Inhale, pranam. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. Step back away from your blocks for a moment. We're going to do tree pose. And just thinking of core here. So standing on your right foot, think strong core to lift the left knee. And then turn the knee out. And just bring your foot near your left leg, hover it there. And then find the leg. And stretch up, tree pose. Maybe palms together. And release. Good job. And switch sides. So find the strong core as you lift the knee. Turn it out. Hover it. And then find the leg. Stretch up. Maybe palms together. And release. Good job. Well done. Step forward between your blocks. Take a breath. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Hands to the blocks. Step your left foot back first to a deep lunge. Ground the back foot down. And then come up warrior two position. Now think of how you have to stay strong in your legs, but use your core more to lengthen your spine. And then your next inhale, do a reverse, but straighten your right leg as you do it. And then exhale, come to triangle pose. Your block is there. And just feel triangle pose. See if you can engage your abdominals a little more, keeping a neutral spine, just lengthening. Good. Look at the floor. Bend your front knee, touch down, turn the back heel up. And please step forward and switch. Right foot back, ground the back foot down. Come up, warrior two. Strong core involvement. Hard to think about abdominals when you're in these standing poses, but it helps you so much if you can do it. Good. Inhale, reverse and straighten the left leg. And exhale, Trikonasana, triangle. Think abdominals. Good. Look at the floor, bend the front knee. Come to deep lunge and step back this time. Downward facing dog. Then I'm going to have you bring your blocks to the lower height. So your hands are on the blocks. And then swivel both heels to the right and bring your left hand to your hip. So you're in a vasisthasana. Now try this. See if you can lift your right foot up, bring the knee forward, and then extend the right leg and set the outside of the right foot down. And then think so strong in the core, come to a fallen triangle. Good job. Good listening, Jennifer, because you didn't know where we were going. So good, feel that. And then bring the left hand to the hip, hug that right knee in, set it back down, the right foot, and come to downward facing dog. Take a breath. And then swivel the heels to the left. You have to really make sure you're grounded through both feet, especially the right foot though. Right hand comes to the hip. And then hug that left knee forward. Extend the leg so you're on the little toe side out in front. And then think strong core. So from your right foot all the way through the top of your head, really lengthening out for fallen triangle. Good. Right hand to the hip. Bend that left knee in, set it back down, and come to downward facing dog. Go ahead and take child's pose. And then come on up. Downward facing dog. Extend your right leg and using that crunch, that really strong core, step it through deep lunge. Turn your blocks up to the higher height, medium or high, and then shift your hips up and back. Straighten the right leg, pyramid pose. And bend into the front knee. Step back and then switch. I don't feel safe on this side. Extend the left leg. Really crunch it through. Shift the hips up and back. Pyramid pose. Hips stay square. Heels, knees, sits bones align both sides. And bending into the front knee, step forward. Inhale, pranam. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Okay, we got one more little move. See if we can do it. We're going to do fallen star again. You guys all did it really well. So, but this time we're going to do it from Trikonasana to fallen Trikonasana. So let's try. So inhale, sweep up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, pranam. And exhale, fold. Step the left foot back. Deep lunge, ground the back foot down. Bring the left hand to the hip. Straighten the right leg. So you want to make sure your block's in a good place for your right hand. Well, you don't have to use the block if you're open enough. So you're going to press into the block, lift that right foot up, hug the knee in, and then extend it and come to that fallen star. Nice. So yeah, that's it. Nice. Lengthen out. Use your core. Now the hard part is getting back in. So left hand to your hip. Hug that right foot in and see if you can bring it back. Triangle pose. Woo! Yeah. It takes a lot of core strength to do that. Bend into your front knee. Turn your back heel up. And please step forward. Take a moment there. And let's switch sides. So right foot steps back. Ground the back foot down. Left hand to the hip. Come into triangle pose. Now, I always have to move my block back a little bit. Really press so you can lift that left knee up and then extend it out to the side. Come into fallen triangle. Yeah, one side always feels different, doesn't it? Think really strong core muscles here. And then hug that knee and think crunch as you step that foot back into place for triangle. Good job. I know, it's a lot. And bend into the front knee. Turn the back heel up. And just set your blocks off to the side and step back to downward facing dog. Inhale to plank. Broaden your clavicles, hug your elbows in as you lower through chaturanga to the mat. Inhale, come on up to cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale, stretch back, child's pose. Feel that nice soft belly again. And then go ahead and come on up, and I'm going to have you transition to your backs. Get off your hands. Bring your arms to cactus. Wiggle your feet wider. Just do some windshield wipers. Go ahead and pause next time your knees are up and give your knees a hug in. Notice how when you hug them in, your low back presses down. Maybe even crunch a little bit by lifting your head and shoulders, rolling into a little ball. You feel your sacrum and your head and shoulders up. You're really pressing into your kidney area. And then relax back down. Just hold your right knee and extend your left leg to the floor. So you might have to move the right knee away from you a little bit to get that left leg grounded. And then bring your right arm to cactus or T. The left hand comes to the outside of your right knee. And you're just going to roll to your left hip and bring the right knee across. Then see about extending the right leg and bringing it to the floor. You feel a big stretch. Now, if that doesn't work for you, tuck your toes and just keep the right knee bent. It's your choice. And then let yourself relax into that twist. If you want to, you can bring your left hand to your right foot. If that's accessible. And then bending the knee again, roll back to center, and we're going to switch. So the right leg extends, hug the left knee in, but not so much. You just want to keep a neutral spine. And bringing the left arm to cactus, right hand to the outside of the left knee. Roll to your right hip, left shoulder stays down. Maybe extend the leg if you want, not a necessity. You can tuck the toes, do whatever it feels best for you. Then making your way back to center. Bring the feet right under the knees. Hands by your hips. Just lift to Setu Bandha or bridge pose. Just kind of thinking I'm going to stretch out those abdominals a little more. So it's mostly a lift in your heart. Just feeling those abdominal muscles, how they have worked and feel a little tight. And then setting back down. Bring your hands on your belly, wiggle the feet close together, let your knees open for Supta Baddha Konasana. And one One more little hip opener, bringing the knees up, feet hip distance. Bring the right ankle over the left thigh. And want interlace behind the left thigh. You don't have to. If you do, flex and point the left toes a few times or make a circle. Release and switch. Left ankle across right thigh. Interlace if you'd like. Flex and point the right toes. I always keep my foot on top really active too, because then I can just work on the hip socket. And then please unwind. Hands by your hips, just bring the legs straight up, like your legs up the wall. Feel a little curve in the low back here. You're not over stretching at all, just feeling neutral spine. And then bend your knees towards your armpits. Reach up with your arms so your elbows are inside to find your feet in a happy baby pose. You can roll around, you can straighten your legs and bend them. You can do Peter Pan, whatever feels good. Find some freedom in your legs. And then go ahead and release your feet. Stretch out for Shavasana, well-deserved Shavasana. Sometimes I feel like when you work really hard in your core, remember how strong you truly are. Now you can just let go, knowing, resting in the knowledge of that strength and willpower. to continue to just relax. I wanted to share a reading from Teddy Roosevelt, who incidentally is the one that built the east wing of the White House. It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles or where the doer of deeds could have done better. The credit belongs to the man who's actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs and comes up short again and again, because there is no effort without error or shortcoming. But someone who knows the great enthusiasms, the great devotions, who spends himself in a worthy cause, who at best knows in the end the triumph of high achievement, and who, at the worst, if he fails, at least he fails while daring greatly. You start to float back with your breath. Just taking your time, wiggling and transitioning up to seated. Just bring hands to heart center. Thank you for daring greatly in attending this morning. It's an honor to be with all of you strong, capable people. Namaste. Thanks, Ken. Well done. What's this?